Hi Virgo, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Happy birthday, Virgos. I pray that this year brings you a lot of healing, a lot of abundance, and a lot of peace. The big news this month, Virgos, is that we have Mars that is going retrograde on the 9th of September and carries on being so till about the 13th of November. And this is happening in your house of joint finances, resources. More about this, I'll break down the month for you. On the 2nd, we have a full moon that is there in your house of relationships. These are both your personal as far as your business relationships, and it is joining Neptune. Now, full moon brings about, first, they tend to be really, it's a lunar eclipse, it tends to be very emotional because something is coming to a closure, it's reaching a fruition, it's an end of a chapter. We have sort of, there's almost a sense of a resigned acceptance, that we've come to an end and we have to now start something new. So it's almost like a bittersweet thing. The interesting thing is that we have Neptune over here in your house of relationships. Now, I think for some of you, you may not be seeing your partners for who they really are, Virgos. And I think without sort of getting too philosophical over here, Neptune tends to bring about a lot of haziness. It brings about it does not let us see the truth. It's as though when you're looking at things through a curtain, through a veil, you can't, there's almost, you can just see a silhouette, you can't really see very clearly. So in your relationships with this full moon, there could be a sense of, maybe for some of you, there's an acknowledgement that I know that I am, the complete truth is not being told to me, or this is not really what meets the eye. As far as your personal relationships are concerned, and there could be an acceptance with it, that you could be saying that it's fine. I know that this is not the complete truth, but it's okay. I can take care of myself. As far as your work is concerned, it could be that for some of you, you could be, you could be leaving your job, you could be leaving your work. It could almost be sort of be saying that, I've done my bit, I can't be investing this kind of time, or it exhausts me and I can't be doing this anymore. So it's literally sort of coming to an end. For some of you personally, this, because full moon, again, the good thing is when things end, there's always something new that is going to start, a new chapter. There is a new career, a new life, a new way of living for you, Virgos, which is sort of waiting for you, which is there. On the 6th, we have Mercury that moves into your house of, this is the house of finances, it's your earned income, this is also your sense of self-worth. It's where we sort of value us by the amount of money that we have, which is not, by the way, the correct way to do it. Now, Mercury is going to be bringing about a lot of conversations. Mercury is all about SMSs, emails, it doesn't rule the internet, but it definitely rules all the communication that is there. And you could be having, maybe you could be exploring ways as to how it is that you can generate more income for yourself. Maybe you could be exploring more avenues as to how it is that you can, make more money for yourself. I think somewhere over here, some of you could be, could be feeling quite, I think, sure of yourself as well, your own ability to generate that money. You could be feeling quite confident and feel confident in your own self-worth and say that yes, I can do this on my own. On the 7th, we have Venus that moves into your house of compassion, and beautiful. This house is all, it's where we go and recharge our emotional batteries. It's a house where, it's also the house of secrets. It's also the house of, skeletons. It's where sort of, the family history sort of lies over there. Now, Venus being over there, Venus is sort of going to be giving its healing touch over there. It's almost as if someone is coming in, healing you from the past, and because overall this house is the house of spirituality. It could be that you're finding that healing in prayer. A lot of you are leaning more towards spirituality. You want to understand more. Maybe that is where your faith is what is holding you, Virgos, for a lot of you. And I think this is pretty much a very strong theme for you for the last quarter, and it carries on being so for you till about November end. This entire behind the scene, the compassion and the Venus conjunction over here. Now the I think the thing to be careful about over here is that while it is wonderful and it's good and it's personal healing, try not to sort of get lost in it. You know, at times we get so I wouldn't say overwhelmed, but you know, when something feels too good, we just sort of tend to drown in it and stay submerged in it, because then there is nothing else around it. So it somewhat has that tone. I'm not saying that 100% this is what is going to be happening with you, but I'm saying it's pretty much on the same lines of you could get lost. That you know, it feels so good that you feel, you know, I'm going to give everything up and I'm not going to worry about the you know, the reality or the challenge or the struggle that you know what life is. So this is something that you need to be careful about. Yes, for sure. You know, stay true to what it is that you feel like, and you know, by all means, whether it is your faith, whether it's your compassion, whether it's, you know, you feel you need to be of more service, whether you are you know, helping out at an orphanage or at an animal shelter, by all means go ahead and do it. But do remember self-care as well, Virgos. It's extremely important for you. We have Mars that is going retrograde to November 13th, and it is there in your house of joint finances. So, Virgos, though, a lot of focus this month again, and again, I've been seeing this theme for you since the last quarter, is that you know, lesser dependency on the partner, sort of, and you know, and I think you're also one of those signs which does not sort of like to you know, be the victim. You don't like to cry too much. You know, I think Virgos are the perfect martyrs. You know, you are the ones who are constantly sort of saying that, oh, I will come and sacrifice myself for you. But I think over here, because the retrograde is there in your 8th house and it is focusing on your partner's income, it also speaks about power struggles, it speaks about intimacy, it speaks about sexuality. It's a time where you need to be a little pragmatic, because you need to be having some tough conversations with your partner as to what is it that your partner brings on the table, how is it that your partner is supporting you. And again, with this retrograde, I think you again hate confrontations. You don't, you know, you are the ever. It's called Virgos, the virgin martyrs. So it's not about picking up a fight. It's, I think, to save others, you have to save yourself first. It's very important that you you know, have this really important conversation with your partner. On the 16th, we have a new moon that is there in your own sign, and it's birthday time. It's, you know, it's like a in astrology we call it as a new year for you. This is like setting your goals for the rest of the years, and it's joining Sun. It speaks about clarity. It speaks about courage. It speaks about conviction. So beautiful. I think mid-month again, it's the opportunity for you to be going back to the board, setting your resolutions as to what is it that you want for yourself, getting that you know, sort of your goal chart very clearly in your head, where it is that you see yourself, how it is that you plan to generate the money, where is it that money that is going to be coming from, who is that is supporting you. All of that are very important conversations, and now is the time mid-month where you have full support, the planetary support of Sun, that is going to be giving you that conviction and that courage. On the 23rd, we have Sun that moves into your house of earned income as well, Virgo. So fantastic. I think the sense of self-worth is there very strong. It gets building up as towards, I think, as you keep going through the conversations, you keep clarifying, there will be this sense of clarity as to where it is that you stand. And this is Sun coming into the house of self-worth also speaks about that you no longer value yourself as to how much money you have in the bank. I mean, unfortunately, I think that's how a lot of people tend to judge us as well, and so do we. If I have the ability to generate an X money, is how good I think I am in my own eyes. So it's a very important time for you, that you will have this sense of self is going to be very strong, that I can contribute much more than I thought I could earlier. We're closing the month with Mercury that moves into your house of communication, so a lot of conversations around community, around building a wonderful place as to where you live, a safe place for the community where you are. Maybe you're getting together like-minded people. Maybe some of you are healing bonds with your siblings, because this is the house of siblings as well. And for some of you, it also involves some lovely short distance travel. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Virgos. I wish you a very happy birthday again. I do know that last month was a bit of a challenge as far as the audio was concerned. I do hope that this month is much better for all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you again next month.